What's going on, everybody? It's the Video Game Prodigy here. Today, we're gonna be playing some more SCUM, and I was in the middle of it. I just logged on for the day, figured I'd go hit a bunker, and here we are. I was mid bunker run, actually finishing it up. I was like, you know what? I should probably get this stream going. Just have something chill to do for the meantime. What's everyone? What's up, Mom? What's up, Pokemon? How's it going, man? So as far as the loot we got from this run, nothing really special. Just an AKM and a 74U. I think I might trash the 74U, but I'm not too sure yet. I was a little concerned because some of the doors were open. I usually tend to close everything behind me, so that's pretty much how I gauge if someone has been there, or at least someone who. Oh, that's not. A lazy person has been there. Oh, that's nice. Got some ammo for our AKs. AK ammo isn't exactly common in this game. Alright, let's check all these little boxes. Game looks cool. How does it work? So it is a very realistic military-esque survival game, and it has things like zombies in it, of course. So of course there's PvP, there's PvE. You can customize your own bases, or you can go into abandoned houses and take over those and put locks on them and make those little houses yours. It's very realistic in terms of like. So I guess that's for one. Let's open up my metabolism page. So this is where you can look at every bit of information, even about what type of foods you're ingesting. Are you ingesting enough water every day? Are you ingesting enough sugar every day? What's your stomach volume, your intestine volume, your colon, your bladder, your minerals, your vitamins, how much you weigh, your calorie balance, your water balance, like basically how much calories you're using versus how much you're ingesting. And of course, you have your muscle range. Like for one, my character's weight is 82.5 kilos. 48 kilos of that is, 36.5 kilos of that is muscle mass. And it's a little, it doesn't sound good to me because I'm not familiar with kilos, so I don't know if I'm just morbidly obese running around with guns. So I remember the most views I've ever had in a stream before. It was probably a couple of years ago, if I remember correctly, and I think it was near 2000, and it was an Arc stream, a Ragnarok stream. But I just had a real shotgun. I'm probably just gonna trash the shotgun and the 74U because I have so many, but I think I'm just gonna take them out so no one else can hit the bunker and get them. But I just had a big raid 2 days ago, actually. It's the second time we raided this group. These guys were hacking. I have lots of footage of them clipping into different bases. So me and another squad, we kind of joined forces to where there was actually like 11 of us. And I was the one with PvP experience, so I was just kind of leading the assault, gave everyone a game plan, and we got into their base. Well, first off, we reported what footage we did have to the developers. So I got in contact with them, and they got those guys who were caught banned. So then we decided to go in and finish up the job the next day. Yeah, it was pretty rough. He couldn't do too much other than just camping my base and killing me every single time I spawned in it, which I lost a lot of fame points, as you can see on the top right. I had nearly 1,000, which is a pretty crazy grind. So it sucked to just lose that to someone who was just phasing into my base. You're getting hacked on Minecraft to make you lag somehow. That's never fun, man. Okay, that. Yeah, the DDoSing isn't fun. For us, it didn't seem like they were using aimbot. The developer looked at the footage and said he thinks that they may have been using speed hacks as well, but I personally don't know about that. But at the very least, they were phasing into bases and shooting through materials. And they had ESP, so they knew where you were, they just didn't have aimbot to like zero in on your head or something like that. But every single time I spawned in my base, they just shot through the walls and just murdered me. Alright, so let's get out of here. We have to sneak past this guy, otherwise he will obliterate me. See if your camouflage skills, so there's actually skill trees right here where my mouse is. There's lots of different things you can spec into: strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence, and when you have a camouflage level like mine, you can actually stand in bushes and robots can't even see you. Pretty convenient, to say the least. Alright, we're good. Remember at Ark server, some guy was mass breeding Rexes. He crashed the server, and the owner spent 4 weeks giving everyone stuff back. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I remember back in the day when they had like before they had a protection like that, where you could basically just make a tower and just fill it full of electrical equipment and basically it would be running on its own generator circuit, and if you turned on the circuit, it would just overload the server and crash it. So people would use that as like a line of defense if like their server starts to get, like if their base is about to get raided, they just turn on the generator and just shut down the server. But this is years ago when that was a thing. These two mushrooms right here, these yellow and red ones, these are really good for vitamin D, which I have a deficiency of it right now, so I'm just working on keeping my vitamin D up until this deficiency is over. Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's see who's messaging in the Discord. Let's just even play Valorant again. I haven't played it in a couple of days, actually. Honestly, I usually, like, later on in the day, I'll play things like Valorant and stuff like that, because that's when, you know, my Valorant buddies are on, so we'll play that a bit. And then once they go to bed, then I'll hop back onto here. But I had been so preoccupied with this raid, like, I was dead set on wiping these guys again for the second time, by the way. This is the second time that I've wiped them. That I was just like, I can't, I'm sorry, I need to get this taken care of. And it was actually to the point where we were actually able to get 10 people online for a raid. I was like, I can't push this aside till another day. I was even tired. I could have gone to bed at that time if I wanted to. But I was like, I can't push this until another day because I can't guarantee that we'll have this many people on. And this, they had to be gone. And so they were, thankfully. You know, of course, no raid is ever flawless. And you want to take every raid as a learning experience. And we learned a decent amount about raids as well. But there was a point where everyone was just kind of getting discouraged and ready to give up, and we didn't, thankfully, and it helped us out quite a bit. I'm gonna see if I can snipe him with this. This is technically an SMG. Let's see. Oh, I missed. Got him. Yo, what's up? Why am I not getting more views? I don't know, man. It's probably just because I'm not as consistent as I should be to get them up. It's definitely... Oh, did I get an M16 as well? Oh, cool. I got an M16. M16s are really good. AKMs, I don't know. I have never used my AKMs. I have a bunch, but I think they're a little bit more on the rare side, so... Those can be trash, but I'll keep the M16 and the AKM. That's not too bad. Something with YouTube must be wrong. I just gotta get that YouTube algorithm on my side. That's really it. Here, go here. M16s are amazing. I love M16s. I would swap to my M16, but I've been using random guns like my AS Vals just because I really have an influx of ammo. So I'm trying to use any excuse that I can to get rid of this ammo. Because I have almost this whole storage, this improvised wardrobe. It's nearly full to capacity of just ammo and attachments. It's ridiculous. I'm probably gonna have to make a second one for ammo and one for just attachments. Like it's just ridiculous. I gotta start getting into drama to get more views. I wasn't thinking about getting into drama to get more views. I was thinking about like how dumb it is whenever like I see drama happen. Like I feel like if someone were to ever start drama with me, I would just be like, dude, I don't even know you. Like, why? Why are you being like this? Like I'm just the type who just takes that stuff like I just brush it away just because it doesn't make much sense to me. But and then I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, I mean, you're starting drama. Like, I mean, I didn't even know who that Rice Gum dude was until he started drama with who's that one dude? Um, I don't know what it was. I know he has that meme where he jumps off the counter in the suit and he says, "I'm gay." I forget what his name is, but I didn't even know who that Rice Gum dude was even until I was hearing people talking about all this drama and stuff. So I mean, if you're the type who believes any publicity is good publicity, then it's definitely not a bad idea. Now that being said, just because I now know who he is, I mean, I watch his videos, but I mean, I know who he is. Here, here, this is so terrible. Like, it's good that I'm getting this ammo, but man, it's just I love organization, and I just hate that now my ammo is getting so filled that it's bleeding in. It's just terrible. It's very bad. Case valves, suppressors. It's just so sad. I don't like it. Not good. Really hot in the UK right now. I feel like I'm gonna die. I don't know what the weather is for me right now. Let me see what's up. It is 88 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that translates to Celsius. I would guess somewhere in the 30s maybe, but I really don't know. I also need to do some work around my base because my materials chest is getting very, very full, and I do not like it. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But it's not good when you start running out of places to store things. Actually, I'm gonna start running around with a compound bow. I'm gonna start using some of my arrows, get some of those out of the way. 32 Celsius for us, that's what 88 is. Yeah, I was right, I was right. Here we are, here are my less expensive arrows. Pretty sure, yeah, that's about average for me. 88, it's not uncommon. I think last time we had like a heat wave pass through, I think it hit near one, I think it hit pretty much 110 if I'm not mistaken. You know, I've got a pretty cool, so ideally, you don't really want to get into situations where you have to use bow and arrow against a player. But they're pretty good if you can aim with them. Like especially this compound bow. I believe it's the best bow in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Let me eat one of these. Yeah, it was pretty hot. It was very hot. But I have a pretty cool clip on these guys that we raided. I was scouting out their base a couple days prior before the raid. I'm gonna show this little clip off just because it was really cool. I was taking my M16, which is one of my favorite guns, and I killed one of their dudes who had a compound bow on him before I left to go scout their base. So I had a compound bow on me. Let me see here. Videos, SCUM, one of these clips. See, that's where they were hacking me. It's gotta be this one. How did I survive? I went for a swim. No, no, no. Okay, that's when they were hacking. Okay, so where's the clip? This one, here it is, here it is. So I'm running up on their base. That's my M16. As you can see, my compound bow is in my one slot of my hotbar. So I'm scouting around. I'm doing what's called mine sweeping. This is a good way to check if there's mines on the ground. I was streaming to the Discord so my buddies were able to watch. I was telling them how like, hey, there's wood planks on the ground, there's logs on the ground. These guys have they've been cutting cutting down trees. So they might still be on. Which I wouldn't be surprised. There were 6 of them, so I'm sure they don't really have much of an offline timer, to be completely honest with you. So I'm scouting around. I'm trying to see if I could build like where their flag limit ends to where I can build, because I wanted, part of my plan was to build sniper towers around so we could snipe in to their base. See, look at my fame points on the top right, 823. Like, that is a grind. If you do one event, you get 20 fame points. I saw a dude right there. I was gonna take a shot. He starts running. I'm like, crap. And then on top of that, these little Tech 1 bots, we call them snitch bots, it started lighting me up, and it's the middle of the night, so I'm like, well, if this dude looks my way, he's gonna see this spotlight shining right on top of me. They're completely random when they pop up. The higher your fame points, the more often they'll spawn on you. And then my scope glitches out. So I'm like, crap, I can't see him, I have a spotlight on me, I don't know what to do, and my buddy Ben, who is watching me, he's like, get out of there, dude, you just need to go. So I put on the scope, I put it back on, still glitched, and I'm like, no, he's like, just get out of there, you gotta go, you're right in front of their base, you have a spotlight on you, your gun isn't working. And I was like, nope. I was like, you don't back down, Ben, you don't back down. Boom, headshot. So it's like, alright, got him, cool. So I went up to him, I claimed the kill so I could find out what the name was. I started looting all of his stuff. I took everything that I wanted, basically to prevent them from getting certain things. And what I didn't want, I tore it into rags so they couldn't use it. Because like I said, these are the guys that were hacking. I didn't want to leave them with anything. Whatever I didn't want, tore it to shreds. And then I left. But that was it. It was a pretty nice shot. So, yeah, I'm taking this compound bow with me. So actually, I think I'm gonna head down to the ruins of what's left of their base and check on it, because they went back for some odd reason and destroyed their flag. So I put my own flag down and claimed it, walled off the base, and it's now mine. Oh, that reminds me, I killed a dude who was snooping around that base yesterday, and I took his backpack, and I totally forgot to take everything out of it. I put his backpack in here. He had a bunch of like toolboxes and stuff on him. Yeah, see, look, here are the little robots. Okay, where can I fit this? I could probably fit it in here, perfect. And I'll empty it out later. So I'm gonna take an axe with me, I think. So I can chop down some trees. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll take an axe, I'll take a box of bolts, and I think I'll take a toolbox with me. That way I can build as I need to, do a little bit of work, making that base a little bit more secure. Yet. Yeah, I'm gonna put some block protectors down. I'll take 2 maybe. I'm gonna get some of these. I don't have the skill to craft the highest level locks in the game, but the guys in the squad who can aren't online, so I'm just gonna stick with the second best locks in the game. What's best base building material? I mean, I can't craft them because my engineering isn't high enough, but it would be the advanced palisades. Those have the highest strength to them, which would be down here. They require logs, metal scrap, bolts, and a toolbox. I use these, the tier below, the medium engineering one, with the normal wooden palisades. They basically require everything except for, it requires a toolbox and metal scrap. But let's see here, what was I crafting? I was crafting locks, which are right here. And it's so sad I can't craft those yet. Okay, so we have some locks, so we can add some more padlocks to lock up that base. There. Okay, let's go secure it a little bit a little bit better. I do need to work on my base a little bit more. I want to get more of these sandbags up So basically, I put on this outer ring wooden palisades that are about anywhere between 3 and 2 wide with spaces in between them, specifically so I can look out before I exit my base, because people like to door camp in this game, kind of like Rust. So then on top of that, people like to also hug my 2, they'll like to hug them from the outside, and they'll use them as cover to peek in. So I put, well, first off, I put 1 layer of barbed wire all around the base, so if they touch it, they're just going to get shredded. Like, barbed wire does a lot of damage. And then I took it a step further, and I put these wooden barricades. I haven't finished the wooden barricades surrounding my entire base, but I have those. So that way they can't get anywhere close. And then I want to put sandbags on the inner layer of my base, because they're the perfect height to aim over. If I lower my height by just 1 tick, it's too low. So I can stand up, and the whole bottom half of me is just covered by the sandbags. And if I crouch, oh, there we go. If I crouch, everything is covered. So then I can look over, and I don't have to worry about them hugging this end and waiting for me to peek over, because I have the barbed wire and the wooden barricades. And then on top of that, they have to test their luck with all the traps I have around my base, which I want to put a lot more of, but that's where we're at. Oh, my guy needs to urinate. I'm gonna drink another canteen of water, actually. My water's a little bit too low for comfort. Nope, not what I wanted to do, but I guess we're doing it. Man, I finally got my vitamin K deficiency to go away, but this vitamin D deficiency has been here forever, and I've been sitting at max vitamin D, 328% for a long time now. A little rough. A little rough. I should probably take 2 toolboxes. This one's actually fixing to go out on me. So what's the main objective? I mean, it's a survival game, so basically you survive, you can hit up bunkers and stuff like that. It kind of has a loose story that they haven't built upon yet. The game's called SCUM. You guys are prisoners. It's kind of, think of like the Hunger Games. You're put onto this island to basically survive. That's what the little implant is on the back of your head. It's called Tech One Corporation. They can monitor you, and those little robots, the little snitch bots, they're monitored by, like, they're driven by Tech One, and that's what they use. You're basically put on TV for people to watch. The prisoners just kind of battle it out to the death. So that's what those little snitch bots fly around for. So they televise it for the rest of the world to see. But I think eventually they want to implement a way to get off the island, if I'm not mistaken. Did I take a... I did. Actually, I think I'm going to take a couple more boxes. It's going to be a pain to unbox all of these, but gotta be done. What if everyone in the game is friendly? Well, unfortunately that's not the case, but I mean, if that were the case, it'd be a lot easier to grind. Lots of people just KOS because I mean, I've even had situations where people are like, hey man, I'm friendly, don't shoot, then pull out a gun and start opening fire. So I'm usually a pretty friendly dude, but it's gotten to the point to where I'm just like, no, I'm gonna shoot first and ask questions later, because like I said, you can claim their kill, which is the little BCU on the back of their head, and that'll show you who they are. So you don't know who people are for sure unless you kill them and take their BCU. So I mean, I have a couple of people that I'm friendly with. However, if I see this random person and I don't, like I said, I don't know who he is, he could be someone that I'm friendly with or not, I'm gonna shoot them and I'm gonna kill them and I'm gonna claim that kill. And oh, there's an event going on. I want to do the event right as I open the door. I'm gonna claim the kill, and if I find out it's John Doe, you know, we'll just use that as an example. We'll be like, hey John, my bad, that was me who killed you. I left your stuff for you. And I told the dudes I'm friendly with, I said I would expect you to do the same exact thing. You know, you don't know who anyone is. So I would rather shoot first, ensure your safety, and then if you killed a buddy, then they can go back and get their loot. Let's join this event. So events are really good for practicing PvP because they give you lots of weapon loadouts and you can just keep respawning and you can get fame points. You don't get a lot, but you can get fame points from doing these. So that was a good way that I used to practice on this game. This one is especially good for sniping, and I think I'll use an auto rifle. I don't think I'm gonna snipe this time around. Can you kill someone you don't know and say keep your stuff to be friendly? I mean, you can. Yeah, I mean, I could kill some random dude who I don't have any preset, like I've never met him before, but I could just say, hey bro, I killed you, I left your stuff there. I mean, I really could if I wanted to. Where is this guy? I think this guy's sniping. This guy picked the worst map to just do it 1v1. Oh, there he is. Is communication voice chat or text? Both. You can talk in voice chat if you want, if you're near someone. There's squad text, local text, global text, and then there's local voice chat. Thank you. Oh man, I'm actually pretty decent at PvP in this game. There's this one time, aimbotted him down. There's this one time that I rolled up. These guys I'm actually friendly with now. Most of the people that I end up fighting, I end up becoming friends with. It's kind of funny, but I rolled up on this group of people that were near my base. They weren't trying to, you know, poke at my base or anything. I just happened to realize that they were there, and I was just. It turns out there actually be 4 of them, and I was just slaughtering them one after another, and they finally killed me just because I'm really prone to pushing my luck in games like this. And but it was no biggie. Whenever I go into something like that, I was definitely outnumbered. I don't really take things that I'm gonna miss, and I definitely didn't miss anything. But I was really friendly about it, and I was just like, oh man, that was some really fun PvP, guys. You know, that was really cool. I enjoyed that, blah blah blah. And they were kind of friendly and global about it. But once I started talking to them in like Discord, they started explaining how upset they were as to how friendly I was being about it, because they said that they were so upset that they could never find where I was, and I was consistently moving around and killing them. They're just like, man, why is he so nice? This is so annoying. He keeps killing us, and like, yeah, they were really frustrated. It was pretty funny to find out after the fact. I'll have to show the clip after the event. Wish I had good vision in games. You kind of learn what to keep an eye out for. Oh, apparently he was having some diarrhea. So you can get like diarrhea at any time in this game. Your character will just stop and just start pooping on the floor. And so apparently I passed right by him and didn't even notice. So you said I have good vision. I didn't even notice there was a dude squatting and pooping right next to me, apparently. Is positioning a thing in PvP? What do you mean positioning? So one thing that's really cool about this game that a good amount of people complained about in games like PUBG and stuff was that this game completely eliminated third-person peeking. So like, for example, if he's on the other side of this rock, I'm not going to see him right here because the game isn't going to render him in for me unless I can see him in first person. So now if he was right there, I would be able to see him. But if he was right there, I couldn't see him if I was trying to peek in third person, which I kind of... Oh, see, look, he just rendered in right there. Oh, that was a bad grenade. Like where you are, higher, low ground. I mean, you can, like right now, this is what you're talking about. Where did he go? I mean, like, I'm moving to higher ground to get above this guy. I don't know where he is. He's in here. So, like, I mean, if you're talking about positioning right there, I got the high ground on him to look down. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But, yeah, it doesn't render people in unless you could see them if they were in first person. I'm a fan of that. I think I really like that, that they put into the game. But I'll have to show that clip of me killing those 4 guys after that. It was pretty cool. We've got some pretty nice kills on them, and they were really angry. Ah, he got me. Oh, he was probably in that bush. I think I died here. I died? Whoa. Someone's throwing some grenades. He's over here. Oh, he's up there. Oh, I think that landed right on him. Oh, I just missed. Come on, climb, 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 climb. Oh, hey, what's up? Keep items on. Yeah, so at events, they give you custom loadouts. And, I mean, you don't... They just spawned us right next to each other. It just basically gives you loadouts that you can use during the event. But I mean, as soon as the event's over, the game just takes them away from you. That way you don't just get free loot. You do get experience points, so if you want to grind out skills early game, that's actually a really good option. That's how I got a lot of my skills up really high. As a matter of fact, I think my rifle skill is actually pretty getting up there. Yeah, 16% towards advanced plus out of 10 million XP. Like, that's actually really good. Once you get advanced, working towards advanced plus takes ages. Like, some of these skills... Yes, diarrhea. Some of these skills aren't even made to be able to hit advanced plus. Like stealth, you have to stealth walk in order to get your advanced plus. It's like to get your XP, and you would have to do it for literally years to hit advanced plus. I'm surprised you haven't seen me yet. Yeah, this is actually a pretty lame event in my opinion. Usually we can get upwards of 12 people doing it, and it's pretty, yeah, years, like not in-game years, but like real life years, with how slow the XP climb is. It's something that they'll definitely have to readjust. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh no, you got me. There he is. Oh, come on. I hit him. I saw the blood splatter. That was a bad grenade.
You have 15 seconds left.
Oh!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over.
That was a dirty grenade at the end there. Alright, so let's pull up that clip. This is a raid. This is before the raid, I think. Yeah, here we are. Okay, this is another video. Okay, so I had actually hit 2 bunkers and a supply drop, and I was actually in the middle of organizing all of my loot, and I started to hear shots off in the distance. I wonder if you can hear them in the clip. I think I might have heard them before the clip started, because I wasn't organizing the way I normally do. I think I was just dumping everything in there. And so I have a really good sniper, and I just grabbed a shotgun. This I would have been a little sad if I lost the sniper, but you'll see what happens. So I was hearing the shots coming from my north, so I figured I'd go check it out, see what's up. I had some night vision goggles, and it was really, really dark that night. And I think how bright it is at night really does kind of depend on the moon, I think, because usually sometimes in the winter biome, it can be a lot more bright than this at night. But it kind of seemed like I really needed the night vision goggles. So anyway, whatever. I run up to these guys. Let's see, I fight a zombie. I'm checking out this bunker. I see the robot. His lights are yellow, which means he saw someone and he was searching for them. So white means he doesn't, like, he's fine. Yellow means he saw someone and he's on the lookout. Red means he can actually see someone and he'll start shooting at them. So I'm like, okay, I was right. I did hear shots and someone is here. They could probably be inside of this bunker, or they could or they're somewhere around. I think I saw movement over here, so that's why I start repositioning. And there you go, I see a dude. I'm like, all right, cool. Boom, he's dead. And so here's my first mistake. Like I said, I push my luck. As soon as I get a kill, I always rush the body because I want to get that loot. And what was really dumb about this was because I didn't even try to make sure how many people were here. You know, little did I know, there's 5 people. I mean, not 5, there was 4 of them. Was there 5? I think there was 4. There's 4 of them around me. But I'm just like, okay, well, here's one dude. He was just trying to get the bunker, whatever. So I go through, I go to claim the kill so I can see who it was that I killed. If I will do it. Oh, there it is. And I find out who he is, Metal Wolf. He's someone that, you know, he's actually in my squad now, so we're pretty good friends. So let's see. I thought there was someone inside. That's why he was running back and forth. So I'm like, okay, there's probably someone inside who's looking to come out. So I have them. I kicked his body, yeah. I was thinking I have him cornered in a bunker. So I'm checking global. I'm trying to see who's saying stuff, which actually, let me see here. Oh no, go back. 3. And it's funny, this Rage guy, he was actually a part of that group, you know, going back and looking at it, because he was asking what I was up to because he knew that I lived in the area and they were in the bunker. And I was saying, yeah, you know, I got crap that needs to be organized. That's what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And they were saying that usually they try to time their bunker runs around when they know I'm away or something because I'm consistently looting. So they were just like, okay, he's off, he's busy. And then as soon as Metal got sniped, the first thing they said was, BG's here. And then boom, someone took a shot at me. You can see I got scared because I wiggled the mouse because I was thinking some dude's in here. So I go crazy, I wiggle the mouse, I lay down, and I'm just like, crap, 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 crap. So I start running away, and I see him. Here he is, he's running through the trees. I'm like, okay, there's another dude right here. He's opening fire at me. Boom, got him. Just instant headshot. Then I hear another shot, so I'm like, okay, there's a third dude here. And this guy, he's using tracer rounds. There's four different types of bullets in this game. There's crafted ammunition, there's normal ammunition, there's armor-piercing ammunition, and there's tracer ammunition. Tracer ammunition has the same damage as normal ammo, except it leaves a trace so you can see. So this guy is opening fire at me. I don't know where he is. And then he starts using tracer rounds, so I immediately see where he is. So as you can see right there, I'm checking the range. I'm like, okay, he's 95 meters away. He's running left. So I wasn't expecting this many people. I'm really upset. Oh, I hit him there. I hit him there, but he didn't die. But I know this gun really hurts. Oh, I'm so sad. I missed all those shots. I hit him once. And so you hear the click. I was out of ammo. I wasn't expecting this many people, so I came underprepared. I didn't bring a second mag for my SVD. So I'm like, well, I can't push the, all I have now is a shotgun to work with. So I'm thinking, okay, well, let me push this guy that I shot while he was running. And so I have my shotgun equipped. I wanted to see what guns he had, so I can maybe use his guns to shoot at his buddy. And he had a Kar 98, which that's actually pretty good. They're fairly rare, and he was actually pretty sad that he lost that. So I go to shoot. He didn't have one loaded, so I had to load one in. Boom, I missed. I was really upset. I don't know how that missed. I think it was just server desync, because a lot of these should have hit. Again, not loaded. So I had to load another bullet in. Don't know how that missed. No ammo. So at this point, all I have is a shotgun. And I'm like, I can't rush this guy. He's out in the open. All I have is a shotgun. So I'm just like, well, you know, this is where I was trying to practice good restraint. And I'm like, I'm just going to run back to the base. Because I'm going to, you know, count my winnings. And I'm going to take some of the stuff back to base and swap what weapons that I'm using. So I'm making my way back. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still running. He's still shooting at me. And of course, I don't have enough stamina. And then boom, he's shooting at me again. I have literally 0 stamina, and he's shooting me. So I'm like, dang, this guy's pushing me. He's probably gonna kill me. I'm laying on my stomach because that's what you if you're laying down, you gain stamina a lot quicker. So some dude rolls up, and if you're wearing oranges, that means you're a fresh spawn because you're still wearing the prisoner outfits. Boom, he hits me in the side. And I'm like, ah, crap, there's a dude right next to me. So I start running again. So that's when, in my head, I'm like, okay, there's a dude in front of me and there's a dude to my right. So I crouch in the bush. Since my camouflage is leveled up, it de-renders me, so he can't see me. But he runs up here, and so what he does is he shoots at the bush, thinking I'm gonna run, so I didn't move. So he's probably thinking, okay, he's not in the bush. But he hears the leaves rustling. So then I shoot him with a shotgun. And I was like, okay, I was thinking about taking his gun, but I was literally so focused on getting home that I left it. He had a bad gun anyway. If you were watching, he shot me in the side. That gun is specifically made for hunting animals. He shot me in the side, and I think he did 1% damage to my health. So I wasn't going to waste my time with this gun. Okay, the clip kind of cuts there, but I make it back to base. As you can see in my hotbar, I dumped my SVD, I dumped his Kar 98, and I took the gun that I was telling you that's only made for hunting people, which was my first mistake, because at the time I didn't know how garbage it was until I reviewed all the footage and looked into the gun a little bit more. So I had the shotgun and the hunter, which was arguably, you know, it was a dumb mistake, but it was arguably also a good one, because I'm not going to care if I lose my 185. So I'm pushing forward. I'm actually in the bushes using that to my advantage to move forward. And what catches me off guard here is... I think it's right here. And if you move in bushes, it's actually a lot louder than you think. I didn't realize it was that much louder. So they could actually hear me wrestling in the bushes. Thankfully, I was standing still. You can kind of hear it there, actually. So I'm hearing footsteps behind me, and I'm thinking, man, I really hope they don't know I'm in here. So boom, one geared guy runs in towards the bunker, and then I have another, a fresh spawn running over there, which I wish I would have taken the shot at the armored dude, but I didn't. But see, because I'm moving, the naked person, they actually have a gun on them. They're like, I think there's someone in these bushes. So they go to investigate. Let's see. I'm waiting for a clear shot here. But I really wasn't being as smart as I should have been with the sounds I was making. Boom, so I killed him. Claimed the kill. Name was Birdie. Had a pistol on him. I think I took it just so they couldn't have it. And I think the clip actually cuts here. Because I died. Yeah, I died shortly after that. That's when I'm just talking with them. But basically what happened was I had been fighting 3 people. And so I'm hiding in a bush, and there's a 4th person, and I had no clue there was 4, and they had surrounded me like a square, and they started pushing in on me, and that's when I was just done. They killed me there. But that was how that happened. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. They were obviously a little upset. Let me go back to that. Oh, is anyone doing an event? Nope. No one's doing an event. All right. Let's go check on that base, and then we'll start doing some work around my base. Alright, so... Whoa. These little ATVs are great because they're not a big deal if they're lost, but they are a pain to drive. Any little bump in the road will just send them flying. Okay. Oh, just like that. That rock came out of nowhere. They drift a lot too. Yeah, that was arguably more of a tame crash landing. They can go flying. Had to be really careful in these things. But at the same time, I like riding them because if someone ambushes me, and kills my vehicle, I'm not gonna care so much because it's just an ATV. It's no big deal. Oh, come on. Now my truck, on the other hand, if I lose that, I'll be big sad. Cool. So, apparently, if you put a flag and take over someone's base, their mines don't all of a sudden become yours. So, good to know. Good to know. I still have to be careful at the base. I'll have to let the other squad mates know. And let's, I'm not going to respawn at my shelter. I'm going to respawn at the sector, and I'm going to make a run for it. If it'll, you know, kind of, there we go. It's going to be a little bit of running, but I don't want to have to manage 2 vehicles over there. We're going to have to go east. Let's drop some of my oranges so I'm not so visible to people. Yeah, so I guess that was some of the mines that squad left over from the raid. I assumed that once I put my flag down in that area, of course their base becomes mine, but I assumed their mines become mine as well. But actually, that kind of makes sense that they don't, now that I think about it, because I can put mines in someone else's base and blow them up. Because going by my logic that I was incorrect about, if I put my mine in someone's base to try and blow them up, then that would mean my mine that I place becomes theirs, because it's in their flag radius. So that makes sense. I don't think the ATV blew up, from what I could see. So, we'll see. What's so OP? What exactly is OP? Okay, see, I'm out of stamina. I'm gonna go into this bush. I'm going to lay down. And my stamina goes up a lot quicker if you rest. You actually run a whole lot quicker. I mean, it makes a lot of sense the less you're wearing. The mine not belonging to you when you capture their base. It really makes sense. I don't think that needs to change. Strictly just because I mean, it makes sense. You know, what if I'm gonna raid someone's base? When I raided these guys' base, I had lots of explosives that I was planting in front of their door. That would be really sucky if I go to plant the explosives in front of their door, and all those explosives that I'm planting to raid, they just become theirs. Then it makes zero sense. I think it makes sense. I'm fine with that feature. Now I know I have to be a lot more careful now. See that via out there in the distance, those red roofs. We gotta get right there and we'll be pretty much at their base. Don't hurt. Okay, we're good. Our mine's visible at least. Yes and no. You can bury them under the ground so they're hidden a little bit more. However, you can, whenever, because I bury my traps and I put snow above them. So they're harder to see, but they're not invisible. You can see little mounds of snow. But see, I was moving so fast, I was just driving up to the base, I was comfortable, boom, you know, I blew up. You can bury them, they're a little harder to see, but there's a little trick that I use, we call it mine sweeping. You go to craft a chest, and you put the blueprint for the chest along the ground, and in the game, you obviously can't build on top of where a mine is, so if the chest is blue, it's clear to walk. If it's red, there's something there. And so that's a lot easier to spot mines than going by sight. So I'll use that to see the general area where not to walk, and then from there, once it says I can't walk there, I'll take out my shovel and I'll bury it, I'll unbury it, and then I'll step back because you can't shoot it when it's buried. Then I'll step back because I can see it now, and I'll shoot it to blow it up. Items should still be there as long as someone doesn't get there and loot my body. We're nearly there. We gotta get right there. That via, it's just east of the via. Or the villa, I believe is the term that I'm looking for. Yeah, I really could have spawned at my base, taken my truck over there, but I don't want to deal with a truck and an ATV, so I'm just gonna run it. Plus, it requires more fame points to spawn at your base rather than just spawning in the sector. And I'm really low on fame points right now, so I would rather just sector spawn and run it. Huh. Someone put these barricades here. Maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm just crazy. What game would you say has the biggest map of ratio for a one-person size? I mean, I think, you know, games like Skyrim, GTA probably have the biggest maps as far as gaming goes. But I know this game has a pretty big map. I wouldn't say it's as big as like Skyrim or GTA. But I mean, if you think about it, Skyrim and GTA. I don't play a lot of GTA, but if I'm not mistaken, I know Skyrim has fast traveling. I don't know if GTA does or not. Now this game does not, and it takes you a long time to even get from one sector to another. Now, if I was going to run from here down to A4, I would just rather just not do that because that would take ages. Now, if you have a vehicle, of course, that makes it a lot more bearable, but still, if you're going to drive with a vehicle, it's probably going to take you a good 10 minutes to get down there. Depending on the vehicle, some vehicles are faster than others. Elder Scrolls 2 apparently is the fastest one. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. So there's the ATV. ATV is fine. Looks like this area should be safe. So we'll just see what should be good. I don't have a shovel to unbury traps if I do come across one. It's just cause? Okay, I can see that. Okay. I don't think, yeah, I didn't. Okay, so let's see. Here's the base that we raided. Let me minesweep a bit more. I think this area is fine, because this is where we pushed up for the raid. They had this tree here, and we were definitely using it as to our advantage. Not a trap here anymore, is there? Yeah, so I made two teams, an A team and a B team. A team was basically covering me as I pushed forward to their door. I don't remember this being here. Oh, you can move them. Okay. And they had a bunch of traps, so I was pushing up while my A team was covering me right here, and I was unburying them, destroying them, unburying them, destroying them. Once I got to the front door, I placed some explosives to blow open their door. And boom, that's how we got to the first ring. By that time, we had used up all of our explosives to blow open the first door, so that was a little sucky. But then they had a bunch of mines on the inner ring, so we had to do the same exact thing. And then we had to pick this lock to get in here. It's a cool way to blow open a door. Yeah, we were very tactical about it. And so they had a giant house here. These guys, I mean, of course, it's the same thing with Ark. If you're gonna online raid, don't expect to get any loot out of it because they destroyed everything, which is fine. I didn't care. They were saying stuff like, "Oh, we've destroyed all of our loot, so we win," and I was saying stuff like, "Well, I wiped you, which was my priority, so I win." So we were waiting for our dude. He was trying to lockpick the door. He was right here. So we had... Let's see here. We were up here, or at least I was up here. I would show the clips, but these are actually recordings, not flashback recordings, so they're on my editing PC. And so their front door was right there, so we were watching it so that we could lockpick in peace without them pushing and trying to shoot through the bottom or the top of the door. Every single time they pushed out, we would open fire. So that gave our lockpicker some time to get in. And the only two ways to get past the door is really picking the lock, which reminds me I need to put these on the door, because that's what I'm here for. Yeah, they're saying they won. Throw some locks on here and a lock protection. So they didn't have any lock protections on. They just had gold locks. Gold locks are just harder to pick. However, um, however, they had no lock pick. So every time you fail, if you have a lock protector, it'll zap you and do damage to your HP. So I tend to do 2 locks and a lock protector on every door that I have. So if someone tries to get into this base, they have to get past a gold lock and a lock protector, 2 mid-tier locks and a lock protector. So that would have made it a lot harder for us to get in because our lock picker would have been damaged a lot and he would have had to keep healing and healing and healing and healing. But yeah, eventually he picked that lock, so we got in. They had all of their vehicles stashed here, and they were shooting us through the windows of their house. So I was, I think, on this side, and they had some sandbags, and I was using them for cover, so I could shoot them as they were inside their base, while our lock picker was picking the door. With 2 lock protectors, they would do more damage. The damage does stack. However, the lock picker only has 1 lock to pick. You know, they'll take more damage every single time they fail, but once they get past 1 lock, then they're good. So, I mean, it's really just an argument. It really depends on what type of person is picking your lock. If it's someone who knows what they're doing, you probably want 2 locks and a lock protector. If it's someone who doesn't quite know what they're doing, then 1 lock should be fine to do the extra damage. And so our lock picker was picking the door. As soon as he picked all 3 locks, we opened the door. We had some flashbangs. We threw the flashbangs in, we looked out for mines, and we sweeped inside and killed the 2 guys that were in there. And from there, I mean, that was it. There was no loot left because they blew everything up. All right, and so I came back. So whenever you take someone's base, you have to wait 24 hours before it's specifically yours, and if they log on and cancel that, then the 24-hour cycle starts all over again. And they had their flag inside of their base, and these guys, for some odd reason, came and destroyed the entire cabin, which worked in my favor because I didn't have to, I didn't even have to wait the 24 hours, so I just popped down my flag, and that's it. I sealed off the 2 entrances, because there's one right here. This is kind of, oh wow, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, they have traps in the back door. And those will hurt me. Okay, so let me start unboxing some bolts so I can finish these walls. And this is probably the most annoying part in this game. I have so many boxes of nails and bolts, and you have to take them out one at a time. And it was really close. I think I actually took some damage, but I was able, like, I was just at the edge to where I could back up. Because those spring traps, they don't one-shot you like a lot of other traps do, but if you step on them, they'll damage your legs to the point to where your character starts limping. I just want to seal off this last inner layer. Maybe put down a blueprint for a cabin. This is the equivalent of compost bins in Ark. What do you mean it's the equivalent of it? Oh yeah, like putting the thatch and the feces in, yeah, for sure. Okay. Go. So we're talking about in global. Some Chinese people came into the US server. So we've just been I guess keeping an eye out for them as a server. Keeping an eye out for them. Have I gotten stream sniped yet? Not in this game, no. However, I have had a couple of people reach out to me and be like, hey man, you play in this server with me. I found your YouTube videos. Oh, I know where your base is. I went over there to take a look at it, but I didn't do anything. Don't worry, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, that's cool, but no, I have not been stream sniped yet. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I'm repairing. That's not what I wanted to do. Chinese are good at every game. I think we're just more worried about hacking. Since we just dealt with some these guys that I raided. They're from Mexico, I believe, and they were phasing through walls under the base. Oh, it's super tedious. Other like massive tribes, like with Ark. I have yet to experience that myself. Nothing huge. I mean, our group is I think like 11 people or like 12 people. But I don't think this game is popular enough for mega tribes like that to be a thing, thankfully. I'm gonna destroy these are annoying. Game looks hard to build on. No, it's not necessarily difficult. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. I like the options as far as like you can choose to like build your own custom base. You can like build your own custom base, or you can like take over one inside of a town or something like that. That so we don't get any uninvited guests. Boom. And we'll seal this off right here. It's not going to be flush. Well, that's going to hurt me. Oh, I'm not confident about going through these bushes. I think I've mineswept them. Yeah, it looks good. Blows up. Boom! That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, I should definitely start building around my base a little more. I've already gotten some fame points back. I know, yeah, it's annoying. But this isn't, I mean, this isn't any kind of base that we're gonna settle down at. So I'm just locking it up. I might throw a small cabin down. Nah, I won't do that. It's not worth my time. There we go. It's just a little bit more secured now. I mean, there's nothing in here, but I think if my base gets wiped, then I have to take over this one. This really wouldn't be that bad of a base. I mean, for one, it has advanced walls, and I can't craft those, so that's a plus. But I would definitely first off clear all of this crap out that they have in front, this random stuff. I'd clear all that out. I'd do one sweep for traps, because I'm gonna have to do that. And I think what I'm gonna do is kind of make it like a. I thought that bird was someone. I was like, I'm going to basically put barbed wire around, like kind of scattered, so they can't exactly use it as cover. Of course, I can't do anything about the trees that'll consistently spawn. I'll have to put maybe traps in front of them or something like that. But basically barbed wire, so they can't. It basically makes it to where I kind of force them to walk through areas because they can't obviously walk through certain areas because there's barbed wire there. Now in those areas that I'm forcing them to walk through, it's basically subliminally making them go through certain areas, and I'll basically line them with mines. So it's like you either, walk into this barbed wire and get basically blown up, or you just kind of run through the barbed wire to push towards trees for cover, and you're just gonna get blown up doing that. That's what I would do. I'm gonna make some food 1 minute. Sounds good, man. We drifting. I was literally going so slow. Why would I drift? It's so annoying. Oop, there's a rock. Oh, there's a tree. There's another rock. There's another tree. Oh, there's another rock. Okay, we're good. We just missed it. Okay. Now, let me see how many car battery cables I have. I think I only have one. I think I only got one. Dang it. I was able to get one of these to come into my base one time, and I trapped it. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do that ever again. Tape, batteries, 6. What do I have? I think I do. I do not. Okay. Need tape. And a battery. Okay, trap is armed. Only felt like 10 minutes. You know, this game really does fly. There you go. So see my trap, you can kind of see that there's a little mound of snow there, but it's really hard to tell, especially, I guess it's really hard to tell whether you're in the forest or if you're in the snow biome. But, you know, so like I said, if someone was mine sweeping, they could find it fairly easy if they knew what they were doing. They just sweep the mines, boom, right there. He could honestly unbury it if he wanted to, or just choose to avoid it. Okay, so this. I'm gonna get some materials to craft some more sandbags because I want to get that done. That'll give me some more fame points as well. Your brightness is high. Well, I mean, if you lowered the brightness, it'd still be really hard to see, so yeah. Let's see, we're gonna put, I guess I'll take these. Take, oops, like that. I thought I had a bunch of bags that I took from their base. That's what I was looking for. Where is it? Where are they? They had a bunch. Did I put them in tools? Please tell me put them in tools. I had to put them somewhere. I put them in my kits. What the? They had a bunch of these empty bags. Dude, maybe. And whiskey. Heck. Hmm. I think so. What do heck? Hmm. Hmm. Maybe they're still in my truck. Wishful thinking, maybe? Who's my favorite actor? I don't. That's I don't really watch movies, man. I really don't. I don't have a favorite actor. I simply I just don't watch. I don't watch movies at all. The heck is this? Was this? Did we steal this from their base? I do not watch movies because I instead of watching movies, I play games. That's really it, man. Man, I don't know where the heck all of those things went. I don't know. I feel like I mean, I will watch movies sometimes. I just don't. I don't not watch movies in general. Well, I guess they're lost forever. Like, I watched. That's my injuries. I need to patch myself up. I watched. I think the last movie I watched was Frozen 2 when it came out because my wife wanted to go see it. Prior to that, I watched Endgame. Prior to that, I don't remember. I don't remember what I watched. But rather than sit down and watch something, I'd rather play something. This is gonna be a pain without all of my sandbags, but whatever. No, it's not that movies are too predictable for me. It's just not often that there's just a movie that I want to go out and watch, really. Yeah, I mean, I was fairly big into scary movies, but I just don't go out and watch them a whole lot. And my wife doesn't like scary movies at all, so I mean, I've probably watched some since we've been together. I mean, I've just never, not that I can think of. Um, what horrors do I like? Oof, I mean, the ones that I watched were just so long ago. Like the first Paranormal Activities. I've seen like Insidious. There was one Mama that I watched a long time ago. Um, I know that I did want to watch It. I never got to watch It. Um, really no. I don't really know what's out there because I just don't keep up with them anymore. Need some more metal scrap. It one is good. Yeah, it seemed alright from the clips that I saw online. But I mean, nowadays, if I'm gonna watch something, it's usually just kind of like comedy stuff. Like, I watched a good chunk of Family Guy, but once Disney owned it, it just wasn't as good anymore. So I don't really watch it anymore. Same deal with American Dad. Nowadays, pretty much the only thing I'm watching is like Bob's Burgers or Rick and Morty. I did watch one. It was actually really interesting. Scary movies always have really terrible endings from what I've seen. There was one where it was like you couldn't. I think it was like this type of bat that was found in these caves deep down that evolved to work strictly off of sound, and they ate meat, and like you couldn't make any sound at all, and so the world just had to like live in silence. And that one was pretty interesting, but of course the endings to all of these movies are just garbage. Like I think the ending was just like they lived with it and learned to live as silent people or something like that. It was really weird. No, it wasn't Hills Have Eyes. It was something like I don't know, it was something generic like don't make a sound or something like that. Need metal is what I need. Wait, where's all my metal? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. A Quiet Place. Yeah, I think that's what it was exactly. Yeah, there you are. Cool events. I wonder what the server population is right now. I'm surprised I haven't really ran into... I mean, I haven't, I guess, gone out and about too much, but... Okay, yeah, server population is really, really low right now. Okay, same deal, rinse and repeat. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of fame points for it. I wish we could do some more events, but no one's really online, unfortunately. wish I knew what happened to all. I had a bunch of these empty bags that I got from that raid. I wonder if they took them back to HQ. That must be what happened. This is also a really good way to level up my engineering as well. What's my engineering? Ooh, 17%. Oh, I think it's actually my survival that I need to get up. I think it's my survival. Engineering is for base building, which, I mean, I want to get my base building leveled up as well, but survival lets me craft the locks. I need some better locks. Thanks for the gameplay, very entertaining. Yeah, dude, it's a pretty cool game. You know, I bought it when it first came out about, I think, 2 years ago, and there wasn't really much to do, and it has come a long way since then. You know, I just returned to it maybe about 3 weeks ago, and I am where I'm at now, and I'm really happy with it, to say the least. It's a very fun game, very fun game. Now there's, you know, base building. Before you couldn't even find loot when you go loot in houses. Now, of course, you can find loot. You know, this is my first time really going into bunkers. I didn't really go into bunkers when the game first came out because there really wasn't much to do. You could only, I think, there was no base building, but you could craft your loot in, you could put your loot in chests. There's no way to really hide it, so it was like, you know, I have this loot, this chest full of loot. I'm just gonna put it in a bush and hope that no one sees it. And go from there, and it was not ideal, to say the least. But now, of course, there's base building. I really like the base building. There's a rating system. There's explosives, traps. Like, they've come a long way, and I'm very, very happy with it. Even to the point to where, like, weapon durability matters, because let me see. Can I craft more empty bags? I have 4. I need rag strips, so I'm gonna have to cut some of these up. Now, like, if your weapon is below 70% durability, that increases your chance of your weapon jamming. Of course, the lower the durability, the increased chance of your weapon jamming. And so whenever your weapon jams, you know, you press to pull up a scroll wheel, and if you know, there's, like, you know, stovepipe, 2 bullets loaded into the chamber, you have to, you eventually learn what jam is which, otherwise you can guess to try to unjam the weapon. You can just try and guess, but sometimes, like, I'll be like, okay, cool, that's a stovepipe, and I'll unjam it. But if you keep your weapons, of course, your weapons, your weapon itself has durability, your magazine itself has durability, and your bullets themselves have durability. You're the entertaining one. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying everything, man. Makes me happy that you're enjoying the stream. Do I have... I think people took some of my stuff and took it to HQ. That's the only thing I can really think of, because I had way more cloth than this. I had way more cloth than that. Oh, yeah, here's some right here. I knew I had more. I knew I had more somewhere. Now, as far as all those bags, I don't know where those went. I have been scavenging cloth for a long time now. And that's why I'm working on these sandbags, is because my materials chest is just completely filled with just random stuff. So if I start building, it's going to clear out some space. You know, I hope I never have to use, like, basically use everything here. Like, use my defenses, and I mean, I have had to use my defenses and traps, but it's just, you know, like, I really like it, and I'm really excited for it, but it's just something you hope you never have to use. Because I think this would be really good. And on top of that, I always like to snipe from on top of my roof, and it is, well, cool. And it has saved me a couple of times. Because up here I can get a pretty decent vantage point. Of course, I'm out in the open for the most part up here, so that's not really exactly the best thing, but it works. And so I'll stand on these palisades here, so I can kind of circle around. Which I've used this when the dude was hacking. I thought he was in my little inner loop, and that's what I was doing. I was using this to scope around. Little did I know was he was phasing around everywhere, so I couldn't. It didn't matter. Same deal. But now I'm trying to upgrade these to the spiked ones, and then I'm putting these little platforms that you can build along them, so I could use these as cover. And I can shoot through. Which again, it's not the most secure thing, but it'll work. It definitely works. And then you can adjust your height slightly, or you can go from stand to a crouch. Or you can do this. It's really cool. Did I know, so let me see. Let me show you. So at first, this is the raid, one of the raids. At first, I was AFK defusing bombs. You can build a practice diffuser, so you can level up your demolition. So that's exactly what I was doing. I have a lot of footage of this. Okay, this is some more fights. Okay, so I was defusing a bomb, and I started to hear noises, and so I was in the little inner ring of my base investigating it, and I can hear him walking around. And so little did I know, he was going into my base, looking at the chests that I didn't have locks on them, and he was taking stuff out of them, which wasn't a lot at the time. Which, granted, this happened 2 days ago. Everything was locked except for one random chest that had like a pump action shotgun in it and an MP5. But the dude could shoot through the walls, so it really didn't matter. You know, what if he had the crappiest skin in the game, he could shoot me through walls, and he knew where I was. So he was in this door over here to the right that was locked. It's literally the most locked down room in the entire base. You have to get through every single thing. There's no windows, no nothing, and that's where my flag and that's where the chest was, and he was going in there and taking stuff out. But I was hearing him, so I was really confused. I'm walking around, all my doors are shut, so I don't know how I'm hearing this dude. I'm walking around, I'm still hearing him, I'm not sure what's going on. But at this point, I didn't think he was hacking. I was just really confused as to what was going on. Because I'm not the type to just kind of... Yes, and he's talking to me. I'm not the type to just kind of be like, oh, this guy's hacking. So I was just trying to make sense of it and figure out what's going on. So he's trying to shoot at me through the wall right now. And then, boom, I die. And I'm actually in a call with some buddies in the squad, and they were at our headquarters. And I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know what's going on. It's like, but I've been beating this guy up by myself all day. There's no way he should be able to, like, he's killing me, no problem, and I don't know how. And so they're heading on over to help me out. So I spawn in my base. Like I said, this is the most secure room in my entire base. There's no windows, no nothing. And first thing I see is there's loot on the floor. So I'm like, what's going on here? Why is there loot on the floor? And my entire chest is empty. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? And so I check here. This one he left the pump action shotgun, but he grabbed the MP5. So I'm like, okay, he's on the other side of my wall. He's shooting. Kills me through the wall. So that's when I tell the guys, I'm like, hey, these guys are hacking. And of course, you know, there's lots more footage of stuff that's going on. But to say the least, they keep killing us. I take the explosives out of my base because they were in a chest as well. I load up in a vehicle and I take them back to HQ. But that's when that happened. So I got a developer involved and I showed him all the footage. He came into the server and we are talking with him for a bit and he ended up banning the dude. No, there's no wall banging. And then on top of that, how did he know exactly where I was? You know, because he on top of that he phased through the wall and he looted the chest inside. But no, there's no wall banging. And that actual clip that I showed you of him shooting through the wall, that's when he was just like, yeah, this is all the proof I need, and he banned him. So like, if there's someone on the other side of this door, I can't. If I shoot it, nothing's gonna happen. However, if I try to look through this crack up here, I could theoretically shoot out. Which actually I didn't think about that till just now. This is actually a really good spot to shoot out. Did I kill him before when he wasn't? Yeah, actually, I have. So I was picking. I was kind of laughing at, to an extent when I was showing the guys all the footage. I was saying that I was pretty close to bullying these guys, because this footage you're about to see is all in one day. Right here, this is the first clip of the day. This is when the servers reset. So basically, what I do when I'm looting a bunker, I open the door, I go inside. First thing I do is I'll put an explosive down at the entrance. So if someone comes in while I'm looting a bunker, they're gonna blow up. So it's one way to kind of protect myself. Some people leave them there, which I think is pretty kind of, I mean, the game's called SCUM, but I think it's pretty scummy to do, because you're putting mines down at the bunker. It's pretty trashy, but I don't do that. I leave them there to protect myself. So this is the server resets. The server just reset. All of the loot is refreshed, and I'm hitting a bunker. It's like, I think 6 a.m. So I'm hitting a bunker to get some loot. So I'm just looting, doing my thing. And I think it's like right here maybe? Yeah, it was right here. First off, I hear the robot go off. And then boom, you get the notification on the top right that my trap was set off and that I killed someone. And so sure enough, doors open, dead bodies right there. So he was coming to loot the bunker after reset as well, because when servers reset, loot gets refreshed and you can get some pretty good stuff. So after I claimed the kill, found out who these guys were, because I knew who they all were by name. So I saw who it was, and I start basically searching his entire body and tearing up what I don't want, because I didn't want to leave anything for these guys. Same deal. So this entire day, they were pretty much my neighbors. So every single time I'd go to hit this bunker, I would see the robot's eyes were yellow, which means he had just seen someone, and I knew it wasn't me. So then I'm like, okay, cool. So there's some dude in here. So sure enough, he ends up looting the bunker and he comes out. So he's right there. So I start to go chase him down. Again, this was all in one day. This is all the same day. This is, I think, a different guy this time, but he's in the same squad. Yep, and he had a kitted compound bow on him. That was a pretty nice find. It was a really nice find to find a compound bow, let alone one that was kitted, because those are really, really rare. Same deal, search his body, take what I want, chop up what I don't. And then this one I showed you earlier in the stream, I was scouting their base, and that's when I kill a third different guy with the bow and arrow. Same deal, take what I want, tear up what I don't. And then same deal, I go to the same exact bunker, I see that his eyes are yellow. And so I catch him leaving the bunker. And this is the very first guy in the first clip that I killed with the explosive. Boom, hit him once, hit him twice. I don't know if I hit him again there. There he is, he pops up. Killed him. Actually, I didn't kill him. I put him in a comatose state, so that's why I shoot him in the face. There you go, I killed him. Find out it's the same guy from the first time. Same deal, take what I want, tear up what I don't. And that was it. So I killed him basically 4 times in one day, and then it was later on in the day that that dude came, and he was hacking to kill me. That was a little annoying, but yeah, that's what happened. I still have a vitamin D deficiency, jeez. I need to drink some water though, I'm getting a little low. Yeah, they had to have been pretty upset to say the least. I made 2 so far? Okay, I'm gonna make 4. Do I think commands work on YouTube? Like ones that like they have on Twitch, like uptime and stuff like that? Because if you're talking about those, it really kind of depends on the streamer. Because mine do not, I don't have those set up. I know at one point I did have all of that stuff set up. Because back then I had it set up to, even to the point where it was in depth to where you could play little mini games with it. It was back when I was streaming on Aberration, but I think I did something. I changed something, and it's just not set up anymore, and it takes a long time to get those features put back into a stream. Whatever, we'll do it right there. I'm all out of metal. There's more metal. Yeah, none of those points. I did have a point system and all of that, but no, that's not. None of that's really working at the same anymore. Yeah, it is a bit easier for Twitch. Metal, that's what I was getting. I need to do something with all of these phones. I think I'm gonna start trashing them because they can only be used with silent alarms, but I don't think I want them for anything really. Yeah, I did indeed have them before. I'm gonna start throwing these away. Oops. I'll keep a couple, but I definitely don't need this many. I'll keep 4. 4 is good enough. I've been collecting them non-stop, but I'm not even using them. Perfect. And there's any wounds. I still have a vitamin D deficiency for some odd reason. Yeah, I think they were. Oh, I think I called them Prodigy Points. Actually, yeah, that's a good memory. I totally forgot that I even gave them a name. Prodigy Points. I should look into setting that stuff back up. I might do it after this. It's just, I know a lot of the games that I stream, it's just not a lot of people want to watch them. And I mean, I'm not playing Ark anymore. I already have my fair share of that done on Ark. Hod and I finished all of our stuff that was done on Crystal Isles. We're not playing that anymore. We raided pretty much the entire server, and then just like the only people that were left on the server were pretty much allies. And I think there was only one people that we weren't really officially allied with, but it would have been literally like an all-day kind of war thing, and we just really didn't have the energy to do another one of those. So we just decided to basically give back to the Bobs, and give them all of our blueprints, lots of random stuff, and we went back to Genesis. But I mean, there's nothing to do on Genesis, so I just kind of bred dinos and stuff like that. And then eventually, our stuff in Genesis got raided, but we really didn't want to fight for it because what were we fighting for? So we could just keep breeding dinos again to do nothing. So that's where we decided to take a break. I think Jay went to go do some ArcPoc stuff, but I didn't really want to do it. It was with the old Mega Tribe buddies. They wanted to see if I wanted to go play some ArcPoc with them, but I didn't really want to. Hod was thinking about maybe doing some solo stuff or some duo stuff with me on the Epic Games servers, but we decided we didn't want to do that. Or well, I didn't want to do that. I uninstalled the game, and I think he decided to just go solo. I don't know if I'm gonna get back into it when part 2 of Genesis comes out. I really don't. Just because I have had my fill of Ark for a while. What's stopping me from going to Twitch? What's stopping me is trying to build up from scratch all over again, really. Granted, I don't have a consistent audience anymore as much as I did whenever I did Ark. But at the same time, I don't want to become a streamer and something that I've talked with Hod and Jay about a lot, and what they really don't like is that their audience only watches them for Ark, and they feel like they can't play anything other than Ark because no one's gonna watch them, which I get it entirely, and I don't want that to happen to me. Which, I mean, granted, I've lost a good chunk of my audience for it, and the channel does suffer for it, but I don't want to just play Ark for the rest of my YouTube career, you know, and lots of people, you know, I'm sure there's even been, you know, Minecraft YouTubers in the past that they're just like, I'm sick of it. I don't want to play Minecraft anymore. I want to do what I want to do. And there were some points where it kind of felt like it. Like I personally haven't even gotten around to editing some of the Ark stuff, just because it could just be, it'll just wear you down, and it really does. You know, granted, I always like to say, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt, because I'm just a channel with 1,800 subscribers. Granted, you know, don't take it the wrong way. I'm definitely happy and I'm definitely thankful for where I'm at right now. But at the same time, you know, there's also people who are a lot more prominent, like Jay or Hud. Yeah, same game does get boring after a while. And, you know, a lot of people say find something that you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And I don't really believe in that at all. I think, you know, find something you love to do and it'll eventually become work. Because if you force yourself, you know, I love playing games, and if I force myself to continue doing it, and I mean, Jay, I've had this conversation with Jay before, and he's like, it turns into work. And you don't hate it. At least I don't hate it. It just becomes something tedious, to where it's always in the back of your mind, like, oh, I have to do this, or oh, I have to do that. Like, I can't just, you know, do what I want and play the game that I want. It's you don't really have it. You're pretty much forced to do it. But that's why, you know, I personally would rather have a lower audience and do what I want to do than have a big audience and just be forced to do something that I hate at the very least. Yeah, for sure. Everything gets boring after a while. Okay, I need 4 more scrap metal and some cloth. This is great, I'm getting a lot of my cloth down. 7. Okay, get another 4 pieces of metal. I can't believe I'm at 18, nearly not yet. We are nearly at 19k. Yeah, and only get minimal viewers. Yep, and I mean that's it can be like that sometimes. It can be like that sometimes. It's all about YouTube algorithms and such. Just gotta appease the algorithm. Oh yeah, there's metal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll stop right there after that metal and I'll move on to a different task because I'm running a little bit low on metal and I don't want to lose my entire stock. I think I'm going to start organizing the inventory a bit because that's something that definitely needs to be done. Cool. So at least the front part is pretty much defended. I don't have to worry. I mean, I'm still going to put sandbags here. I just don't have to worry about it so much because of these wooden barricades. No one can really stand there. And if they somehow make it in there, they've pretty much trapped themselves with all of the barbed wire and spikes. But I at least have all of this, so this is all covered. A part of me wants to go out into like major cities and hunt people, but population is so low, the chance of me finding someone is very, very minuscule. Very minuscule. Let me see, is anyone on the squad online at the moment? Nope. Okay, interesting. Put my tools in here. As a matter of fact, I'll just, you know what, I'm gonna dump all of this in here. This will be here for now. No, stop it. You moved completely to PC now for gaming. Oh yeah, it's such a great switch. Now that like I play nothing but PC games, I don't even I can't even imagine ever turning on my consoles for anything. Used to be Xbox main, yeah, for sure. And it's just so much. There's first off so many more games to play, better graphics. Because even if you compare, you know what hardware is in the next gen consoles, you can get something better and put it in a PC. You know, like my PC is still way more powerful than what the consoles are. It's great. And I mean, I get it, you know, not saying anyone's not trying to put anyone down for console gaming. If that's what you like, if that's where your friends are, I get it. That's cool. You know, I played PC gaming for pretty much console gaming for most of my life. But I was really happy once I moved to PC. Yeah, and you're gonna get PS5 just for FIFA. And I mean, I've even tried to think about it, like what would I get the next gen console for? Um, I don't know if they'll make a Last of Us Part 3. I based off of the Last of Us. It's like an English tradition for your friends and I. Yeah, and that's cool, man. That's what's up. I'm not one for sports games. I'm not too big on sports games, but based off of the Last of Us, I wouldn't justify buying a console for it. Um, I play Destiny on PC. The only thing, maybe, and even then, it's expensive to buy a console just for one game. Would be Persona 6. That would probably be the only reason I would get a next gen console. And even then, it would probably be worth it, but I don't know if I could justify it just for one game. Have you seen the Fall Guys? Oh, is that the one where it's kind of like Gang Beasts, but like obstacle course, where they're little funny characters running around? I've seen little bits of it online. It seems like it's a fairly popular game, um, but I haven't looked into it myself. No. Yeah. I've seen a little bit of it. It looks really interesting. Um, but for me, it looks like it'd be more of like a party game that I'd play with like some friends and family. I don't know if I would just play it just for the fun of it. I don't like fun, do I? What do you mean? What do you mean I don't like fun? I'm having fun right now. It's just, I'm not the type to play party games like that just by myself. Like, I'm not gonna go play Mario Party by myself. I'm not gonna go and play like Smash Bros by myself or like, um, I don't know. Like, I don't play party games by myself. If I had, games like that are just way more fun if you have friends to laugh and joke around with. No movies, no fun games. I mean, this is a fun game to me. I'm having fun on this game. I'm literally waiting for a 100 counter timer. I mean, I'm having fun. I guess you could say I'm like an old man when it comes to gaming. I like what I like, and it's like I don't I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I'm playing this is like my Sudoku of video games. I'm organizing my bolts and nails, and I'm having fun. Dang it. Okay. How am I doing on toolboxes? Oh, okay. I guess I'll keep these. I was gonna use them to repair the base a bit more. I'll use this one to repair the base. Now, ideally, you know, I don't... The maintenance of the base is something that just kind of has to be done. Ideally, I'd probably be doing an event right now, and if not, I'd be doing some PvP. However, server population is so small that it would probably just be... It'd be even more boring than base maintaining if I'm just driving around looking for people. And on top of that, you know, let's say there's 10 people online. 8 of them could be doing what I'm doing right now, doing maintenance on their base, and I'm hunting for 2 people in this entire map. Hmm. Is getting hacked on fun? Like, is it fun when people hack on you? No, I wouldn't say that it is. I don't think so. Just for the specific reason I think a fair game is more fun. It's not fun when you can't even play the game because someone's just making it's just I don't think it's fun at all. I could probably go hit a bunker again after I finish organizing this. I'll probably go hit a bunker. I think it's every 20 minutes, as long as there's no one within 20 meters of a bunker of anywhere that loot spawns. I should say loot refreshes. So I could probably go hit a bunker right now. It has definitely been a lot longer than 20 minutes. Just organize all of this junk. Ammo. But I like pineapple on pizza. You're the type of guy that does. I don't mind pineapple on pizza. However, my preference is pepperoni. And it really depends on where it's from. I generally don't like I generally won't eat pineapple on pizza unless it's from like Papa John's. Other than that, I just don't. I won't touch it. Oh my gosh, I have so much crap. Oh wow, this is the worst. I wish I could just like pay some noob in guns if I could just get him to like open all these boxes for me, because right clicking and left clicking on these things 20 times is a pain, to say the least. Now if I could just be like, hey man, I'll give you a bunch of kitted guns if you just open all of these boxes for me. I'll eat that. Oh wait. Yeah, it is annoying. I would happily give a newbie some kitted, like I can spare it. Be like, what you want? Oh, wait, wrong one. Like, what you want, man? You want some snipers? You want some pistols? Some shotguns? Bows? Like, straight up, I'll give you a 50 cal. I'll give you a 50 cal, and I'll give you like a freaking M16 if you open all these boxes for me. Where all they can, well, that's a very subjective question. Like finding a game that's perfect, it really depends on the person though, because people have different tastes. You know, I could think this game's perfect, but you hate survival. Oh, I have two of these, but you hate survival games. Well, oh, is it not? Dang it, I have way too much stuff. Put it in my armor. These backpacks aren't too bad. Like, I mean, like I said, I could think this game's perfect, but you hate survival games. You could be the type who only likes FIFA, and I would say this game is perfect. No, this game because of all the clicking, like you explained. Well, if that's the case, then no game is perfect in the slightest. No game is perfect. There's always something that could be changed in a game, but you know, other people might like it. You know what I mean? It could. Some people might like the fact that you have to click 20 times to open a box full of nails, because then if everything is easy, then it would just make getting to top tier easiest. FIFA is far beyond perfect. Yeah, and I mean, I would say the same thing. There's no guns in FIFA or looting in FIFA. Whoa. Okay, this is in here. I'm just gonna be a little trigger happy because I have a lot of guns and bullets that I need to figure out what to do with. Alright, let's go loot a bunker. Still got a vitamin D deficiency somehow. Everything's based on luck unless you're pro. I get you. I mean, I don't like FIFA, but I know whenever like my uncle was big into FIFA and I'd play with him, and I think it was FIFA they were playing, and like it rates teams based on stars, and so I would always just pick the team unless it was like NBA. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was like, oh, like I'm gonna pick the team that's a 5-star team, and my uncle who owns the game and plays the game, I'm beating him because I have a 5-star team and he's just using, you know, whatever team he likes to use because that's his team that he likes to rep. And I know nothing about the game except how to pass the ball, and I'm winning. Yeah, it was FIFA. Okay, I can see. I was pretty sure it was FIFA. Stop. Come on. There we go. Oop. Got him. I'm not gonna worry about picking up the arrows because I have way too many to even bother. Even though it kind of kills my OCD. I need to force myself to not pick them up. We can build your own team in the most popular. I think I know what you're talking about. Isn't that where people like try to get cards of like the best teammates and stuff like that? Yeah, you can buy players from any team and put them. Yep. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Is that a bomb zombie? It is indeed. You know what? I've never tried to hit one of these guys with a bow and arrow. I don't know if that'll set it off, but we'll find out. Oop. Yep, yes it does. Oh hey, what's up? I think he can jump up here. No, he can't. Oh, look at that helmet. I didn't realize it would save him. You can't buy all the best players due to chemistry regions, so it's perfect in terms of menu. That's good, yeah, because then everyone would just, it would definitely be a lot more pay to win, because people would just buy the best players or whatever. And then it'll just be hard to just deal with someone who has literally the best players in the entire game. Ooh, I'm glad he didn't see me there. Wasn't really paying attention. You can kill them, but it takes a lot of ammo, and they don't drop any loot. There's not really any point in killing these guys. They do. If they see you, they have like 50 cal machine guns on their arms. And if they see you, they will just shred you apart. That's how it's done. I feel so tactical. Okay, top floor's clear. Okay, we're clear this way. I'm not gonna bother. Well, I guess I could deal with some zombies, get some more fame points. Might as well, right? This door's open. I never leave. I never open these doors. Someone else has been here. I find it weird how zombies eat brains, but they need brains to. Whoa! Correct. I mean, yeah, I mean, zombies are very. I mean, stuff like that is gonna have its flaws. Like, it makes zero sense. I mean, if you think of, like, you know, any kind of fantasy stuff, they have to have, well, some element of imagination to them. Like, unicorns and dragons and stuff like that. Yeah, it is definitely very weird. Especially if they're just like, you know, piles of rotting flesh, but they don't need to breathe or anything. All they do is eat. But yet, you know, for example, if you think a zombie doesn't need to breathe, so if it's in the middle of the ocean, they just kind of sit down there forever looking for brains. But if they're literally a pile of rotting flesh, then they would just completely just rot to skin and bones if they're stuck underwater. Which these aren't technically zombies as far as the game's lore goes. They're puppets. So these are the BCUs I was talking about that are implanted in the back of their heads. The Tech One Corporation puts those in prisoners so they can monitor them and turn them into what are called, put them into what are called, puppets is what their name is. You can't think of why dragons have not existed. Like, are you saying you wouldn't be surprised if dragons were a thing that existed? I think the whole fire-breathing thing is a gimmick. That's really it. I think the whole dragon lizard thing isn't too far-fetched, but that is weird. But the whole fire-breathing thing is definitely a gimmick. No more nails, no more bolts, please. Did I kill this one? I think I did. Yeah, I found a smoke bomb in here. Okay. I was a little worried. Oh, I guess I could repair some clothes. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure, man. Yeah, the zombie, he's right above me right now. I know as soon as I exit, he's gonna try and attack me. Oh, no more nails. I'm like scarred for life on how many nails and bolts I have. And I keep grabbing them for some odd reason. Activated charcoal. No metal pipes either. Alright, this is where the main stuff should be. And it looks like we are not gonna get anything good. Oh, more ammo. More ammo. This is the worst. Let's actually refill this mag. Oh, am I all out of ammo? Okay, perfect time to refill ammo. We're just kind of looking for miscellaneous stuff. We're definitely not looking for nails, that's for sure. Nails and bolts. Just seeing if I find some rare weapons, like not a shotgun. I'll take a helmet, I guess, to increase my stock. Birdshot ammo is kind of garbage. Don't want birdshot ammo. Like, say, if I find like an AK-15 or like a Mark 18, those are pretty cool. I don't want a 50 cal because I have a bunch, but those are pretty rare. I guess I will make room for a 50 cal if I find it, which I didn't, obviously. I would have found one if it was here. Kar 98 ammo, I guess. I don't use a Kar 98 all too much. This is a pretty lame bunker run. Grenades are always a plus. AK-74U, it's low quality, but I'll take it. Can you destroy so others don't take? Like the shotgun, I couldn't. I could always take it to my base and just let it despawn in there. But I'm not gonna bother because the people who have been in the sector who I don't like, they're the dudes who we raided, so I'm not even gonna bother with it. Come on, give me some loot. Okay, that's not too bad. I have a lot of them, but the more the merrier, I suppose. I'll take an ACOG scope. I'm finding a lot of stab-proof vests. I've never found this many before. As a matter of fact, I've never seen any before until now, let alone two. Yeah, it looks like we got a pretty... Oh, that's not too bad, actually. I guess I would say it's worth, specifically because we got the weapons cleaning kit. But other than that, we got a pretty garbage roll. I was thinking maybe it had been looted already, but I know no one's gonna leave behind armor-piercing rounds and a weapons cleaning kit. So, I guess at the very least I'm glad that I checked because I got the weapons cleaning kit. However, that was a very disappointing roll for loot. Yeah, it was a pretty rough run. The zombies are gonna be running in here in a second as well. Oh, Oh, that was close. There they are. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, that's right. Kind of based on luck. Looking at the game, you can buy packs without paying real money, and there are different packs with different ratios for better players. Yeah, yeah. Except I can't pay to re-roll my loot in a bunker, but yeah, for sure. It is all RNG is the term you're looking for. Oh, it's a zombie. Ooh, clean. Is there like a best item or not? I mean, it all really does depend, but it depends on what you're looking for. But yes, there is. Clothing, ghillie suits. Backpacks, the hiking backpack I have on. Assault rifles, depends. Long range or close range assault rifles. Long range AK-15, short range Mark 18. Sniper rifles, 50 cal. Yeah, you know, there's different tiers of knives. There's lots of stuff. Even armors. I think all helmets are about the same, but then you have your police riot, police ballistic, hard armor ballistic, military ballistic, armor tactical. What is this? Oh, these are my kits. I'll just keep rolling with the AS Val for a bit. Tools. I don't want, oops, no, I don't want that. Are those items rare, right? And you only have a short amount. This is my... I was trying to see if I heard a shot. This is my only set of ghillie that I have. If I lose a set of ghillie, I have no ghillie. Compound bows, I think I only have 2, 3. Gold eagles are pretty rare, but they're not exactly good. They're just rare. Two. I have 2 compound bows, I guess. Oh, three compound bows. As far as 50 cals go, these are the 50 cals I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 if you count the one in my kit's vault. AK-15s I only have 2. Mark 18s I have none. Hiking backpacks I have a lot because I have been hoarding them, which are these. I have a decent amount. I have been hoarding those. Night vision goggles are pretty rare as well, but I have been hoarding them. I have a set on. No, I don't have a set on right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NVGs, 7, 8 NVGs. Yeah, I have a decent amount just because I'm a hoarder. I'm not going to leave behind a rare item just because. Man, all my ammo. I don't want this smoke grenade. I need to make another chest for ammo and attachments. Jeez. I need to clear out some of this ammo. No one wants to do events with me. Maybe later on tonight I'll be able to get some events in. Server pop is really low right now. Need to drink some more water. Alright, well I think I'm gonna call it right there as far as the stream goes. I think I'm gonna take a little break. But yeah, I'll be doing that. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate you stopping on by. Tobias, look forward to seeing you in the next one. You all have a great day. That subscribe button helps me out so very much, and so does a like. This is the Video Game Prodigy, and I'll see you guys next time.